Ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon once again, and welcome to the official draw for the AFC Champions League 2016 group stage. My name is Amelia Henderson, and I will be your MC for this afternoon's program. On behalf of the AFC, I would like to first extend a very big thank you for joining us today for this highly anticipated event. Without further ado, I have the pleasure of introducing AFC General Secretary Dato' Windsor John, AFC Director of Competitions Division, Mr. Shinman Gill, and Lagardère Sports Vice President East Asia, Mr. Simon Thompson. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now with great pleasure that I give the floor to the AFC General Secretary, Dato' Windsor John, to give us his welcome remarks.
Thank you, Amelia. Mr. Shinman Gill, Director of Competitions, AFC, Mr. Simon Thompson, Vice President, East Asia Lagardère Sports, officials from the participating clubs, leagues, member associations, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. A very good afternoon to all of you, and welcome to one of the most anticipated event in the AFC Club competitions calendar, the draw for the AFC Champions League. Which is also our premier club and recently won by Guangzhou Evergrande. And they are back again to defend their title, their crown in a competition which is now capturing the imagination of Asia and beyond. In 2015, more than 260 million people watched the ACL on television across the continent. A remarkable 2.25 million attended the games with record average attendances. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to announce that the AFC Executive Committee, which met recently, has increased the prize money for the AFC Champions League. Clubs will now stand to earn in excess of $3.5 million in performance bonuses compared to the previous years. This will make the competition even fiercer and was applauded by players like Ahmad Khalil, the AFC Player of the Year 2015 from Al Ahly, and Zhang Ji, who lifted the trophy from Guangzhou last month. The margin is the biggest for the eventual winners, who will receive an increase of $1.5 million to $3 million as champions in 2016. The runner-up will also receive $1 million and the beaten semi-finalist $200 for the next year. The AFC Champions League has made extraordinary strides in the last few years, and now we have a club competition that we can be proud of. This is down to all of you, the clubs and the member associations, who make this Champions League so exciting for football lovers everywhere. You have rewarded the supporters who have packed the stadium across this great continent and those who have watched on television. You have produced some outstanding football with many goals of remarkable quality. The AFC Champions League is also attracting players and top coaches from outside Asia, demonstrating the competition's increasing global pulling power. But that was in 2015, and now we look forward to even better and more competitive season in 2016. On behalf of the President, the Executive Committee, I would like to thank the clubs, the member associations, the leagues, the officials, the spectators, the fans, and television viewers for their support. And now let's move on for the big moment for the draw. I wish you all good luck. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dato' Windsor. Now, before we begin with the draw, I would like to introduce a very special performance by Hands Percussion Malaysia. Wowing audiences at home and the world over, their highly acclaimed performances are spellbinding, to say the least, with a rich and colorful Malaysian cultural background behind them. Their highly creative and artistic drumming performances incorporate these wonderful, varied influences. Contemporary theatrical drumming infused with shigu drums and diverse Southeast Asian musical instruments is what Hands is all about. And seeing as the performers are ready, ladies and gentlemen, please sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. What an amazing performance, wouldn't you agree, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you very much once again to Hands Percussion Performers, Malaysia. Ladies and gentlemen, The 2015 edition of Asia's premier club competition was a spectacular success, both on the pitch and off. More than 260 million viewers on television across the continent, and a remarkable 2.25 million attended the games with a record average attendance. Football fans across the continent saw a total of 345 goals, and the Iran Giants Persepolis have once again topped the attendance table with 100,000 spectators attending their Group A encounters with Bunyodkor of Uzbekistan and Al Nasser of Saudi Arabia at the Azadi Stadium in Tehran. Let us now take a look back at the highlights of the AFC Champions League 2015.
Home side, taking on to the evening visitors.
Having drawn the first leg at the Jeonju World Cup Stadium, it was Jeonbuk that took an early lead through a Leonardo penalty, but Gamba's Patrick made it 1-1 soon after. 14 minutes from time, a goal from Shu Kuarata put Gamba back in the running, but substitute Urko Vera's header gave Jeonbuk the advantage with just 2 minutes remaining, until Koki Unikura's winner in added time meant Gamba were through. A 3-1 first leg win against Kashiwa Reysol in Japan, with goals from Brazilian Paulinho, Gao Lin, and an own goal from Kashiwa captain Daisuke Suzuki, put Guangzhou Evergrande in the driving seat for a place in the semi-finals. Facing an uphill task in the return fixture, Brazilian striker Cristiano headed home for Kashiwa, but Guangzhou drew level through Huang Bowen's stunning volley, sealing their place in the semi-finals with a 4-1 aggregate. It was a second consecutive semi-final for Saudi Arabia's Al Hilal, as they overcame Qatar's Liqwiya 6-3 on aggregate, following a 2-2 draw in the second leg in Doha, with goals from Carlos Eduardo and Digao. The first leg saw Carlos Eduardo score a brace, with Ailton and Khalid Al-Kabi making it 4-1. Iran's debutants Naft Tehran went out of the competition, losing 3-1 on aggregate to United Arab Emirates Al Ahly. Rodrigo Lima scored the only goal in the first leg in Tehran, and was on the score sheet again together with captain Ahmad Khalil as they beat the Iranians in Dubai by 2-1. Guangzhou Evergrande booked a place in the final with a 2-1 victory over Gamba Osaka. An own goal by Feng Xiaoting stunned the stadium till Wang Bowen equalized just before half-time. Captain Zheng Ji's 57th minute header made it 2-1 for Guangzhou, which was how it ended. A 0-0 draw in the return leg meant that Guangzhou were through. Al Ahly from the United Arab Emirates drew 1-1 with Saudi Arabia's Al Hilal at the King Fahd International Stadium. Former Benfica striker Rodrigo Lima put Al Ahly in the lead, but Al Hilal's Ailton headed past goalkeeper Ahmad Mahmoud to make it 1 apiece just before the final whistle. The second leg saw Al Ahly's Lima and Everton Ribeiro score in the first half. Al Hilal then looked like going through as Ailton and Carlos Eduardo equalized in the second half. Until Kwon Kyung-won's deflected shot booked the UAE side ticket to the final. The big day arrived as China's Guangzhou Evergrande took on Al Ahly of the United Arab Emirates in what was an action-packed second leg of the AFC Champions League final in Guangzhou. Both sides were determined to break the deadlock following a goalless draw in Dubai. After a scoreless first half, Brazilian striker Alcaçan finally put Guangzhou in the front with a superbly taken goal after 54 minutes that sent the crowd home delirious. Al Ahly kept pushing despite being down to 10 men following the sending off of Salmin Khamis and came close to equalizing, but it proved too difficult and the celebrations began as the full-time whistle blew. Final score, Guangzhou Evergrande 1, Al Ahly 0.
"2015 was indeed a great success, bringing the competition to new heights. However, we are confident that the year 2016 will break more records as we eagerly await the new season. Ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to draw your attention to the screen as we play a brief video highlighting the draw mechanics and draw principles.
The following clubs from the Asian Football Confederation will participate in the AFC Champions League 2016 preliminary stage and playoff stage. Entries from the West. Entries from the East. The AFC Champions League group stage draw implements a country protection procedure. A club from a higher-ranked member association plays at a later stage of the AFC Champions League ACL playoff. The winning clubs from the ACL playoff matches will advance to the ACL group stage. Losing clubs from a member association with an ACL direct slot or slots will not participate in the AFC Cup. Losing clubs from a member association with an ACL playoff slot or slots will join the AFC Cup group stage. If a club from member associations with an ACL playoff slot or slots qualifies for the ACL group stage, then its allocated AFC Cup group stage slot will be given to the next eligible club in its member association. In the ACL preliminary stage and playoff stage, a club from a higher-ranked member association plays against a club from a lower-ranked MA. A club from a higher-ranked MA will host the match. Preliminary stage and playoff stage match schedule West. Preliminary stage and playoff stage match schedule East. Participating clubs from Group Stage West. Participating clubs from Group Stage East. The clubs will be divided into two pots of East and West. One pot will contain the group of teams from the West, the other will contain the group of teams from the East. The highest-ranked member associations with the same number of slots will be drawn. League champions are placed first, followed by the remaining clubs from the same member associations into reserved slots. A double match date system, Tuesday, Wednesday, will be implemented to secure maximum coverage of the matches for spectators and the TV audience. Clubs which share the stadium will not play its home matches on the same day. This is to avoid more than 2 matches being played on the same day in one country. Draw starts from the country pot, West Asia. The country pot West consists of teams from the Islamic Republic of Iran, Saudi Arabia, and Uzbekistan. The West draw will start with the league champions of the first drawn member associations. Iran, Saudi Arabia or Uzbekistan will go to position A1, while the remaining clubs drawn, including the respective playoff winner, will go to positions B2, C3 and D4 respectively. Next, the league champions of the second drawn member associations, Iran, Saudi Arabia or Uzbekistan, will go to position B1, while the remaining clubs drawn, including the respective playoff winner, will go to positions C2, D3 and A4. The same procedure will be applied for the league champions of the third drawn member associations. Iran, Saudi Arabia or Uzbekistan will go to position C1, while the remaining clubs drawn, including the respective playoff winner, will go to positions D2, A3 and B4 respectively. Based on the draw principles, the UAE League champions and knockout champions will go to the highest available positions in the groups, with the playoff 1 and 2 winners, D1, A2, B3. The winner of playoff 4 will go to position C4. The Qatar League champions will go to the remaining available position, D1 or A2 or B3. The country pot East consists of teams from Japan and Korea Republic. The East draw will start with the league champions of the first drawn member associations. Japan or Korea Republic will go to position E1, while the remaining clubs drawn, including the respective playoff winner, will go to positions F2, G3 and H4 respectively. Next, the league champions of the second drawn member associations. Japan or Korea Republic will go to position F1, while the remaining clubs drawn, including the respective playoff winner, will go to positions G2, H3 and E4 respectively. Based on the draw principles, the Australia League champions will go to position G1, while the league runners-up will go to position H2 and the winner of playoff 3 will go to position F4. The China League champions will go to position H1, while the knockout champions will go to position E2, and the winner of playoff 4 will go to position G4. The Thailand League champions will go to position F3 if the Korea Republic League champions occupy position E1. If the Japan League champions occupy position E1, then the Thailand League champions will go to position E3. The Vietnam League champions will go to the remaining available position, either F3 or E3. This will conclude the draw for the AFC Champions League Group Stage 2016.
It is now with great pleasure that I invite AFC Director of Competitions Division, Mr. Shin Man-gil, to conduct the draw.
Thank you, Emilia. Dr. John, AFC General Secretary, representative from participating clubs, leagues, and member associations, our friends, media, ladies and gentlemen, very good afternoon. It is my great honor and pleasure to conduct the draw for AFC Champions League 2016 group stage. And for your information, the draw principles that we are going to apply in this competition are the ones we applied in the same competition last year. As all the principles were clearly explained by draw mechanism, without further ado, I would like to commence the draw from the West. In West country part, we have 3 countries, and all these countries have 3 direct slots in the group stage and 1 team in 1 club in playoff stage of this competition. Okay, first country from the West Asia is Iran. The first club from Iran, league champion, is Fulat Mobarake Sefahan. This club will take the position of A1. And the second club from Iran, Jobahan, the knockout champion. This club will be positioned in B2. And the next club from Iran, that is Traktor Saji Tabriz. This club will take the position of C3. And the winner of playoff 2, involving the teams and clubs from Iran or Qatar, will be placed in D4. Next country from from the West Asia is Saudi Arabia. First club from Saudi Arabia, league champion Al Nassr. Al Nassr will be taking the position of B1. And the second club from Saudi, knockout champion Al Hilal, Champions League finalist in 2014, it will take the position of C2. And the next club, Al Ahly, taking the position of D3. And the winner of playoff 1, involving the clubs from Saudi or Jordan, will be placed in A4. Last country from country port in the West is Uzbekistan. First club from Uzbekistan, that is Paktako, the league champion, that will be placed in C1. And the second club from Uzbekistan that will take the position in D2 is Nasaf, the knockout champion of Uzbekistan League. And the next club from Uzbekistan, that is Lokomotiv, a league runner-up, it will take the position of A3. And the winner of playoff 3, that involves the club from Uzbekistan or UAE, will be placed in B4. The next highest ranked member association, the club from UAE. The first club is Al Ain, the league champion of UAE and AFC Champions League winner in 2003 will be placed in D1. And the second club from UAE, that is Al Nassr, knockout champion, will be taking the position of A2. And then the winner of playoff 4 involving the clubs from UAE or Qatar will be placed in C4. Now the last club of the West Asia, that is Rekia from Qatar, league champion, it will be placed in B3. This concludes the draw for West Asia. Now I'm moving to the draw for East Asia. In the country code in East Asia, we have Korea Republic and Japan. The first country from East Asia is Korea Republic. The first club from Korea Republic, that is the league champion of K-League, that is Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors. AFC Champions League winner in 2006. This club will take the position of E1. And the second club from Korea, knockout champion and Champions League finalist in 2013, FC Seoul, will take the position of F2. Next club from Korea is Suwon Samsung Blue Wings. League runner from K-League, Suwon Samsung Blue Wings will take the position of G3. And the winner of playoff 1 that involves the club from Korea, Vietnam, or Hong Kong will be placed in H4. Next country from the East Asia is Japan. The first club from Japan that will take the position of F1 is Sanfrecce Hiroshima, the league champion of J-League. And the second team from Japan will be placed in G2, but the name of this club will be known to us after January 1st, 2016. And the next club from Japan to be placed in H3 is also will be known to us on January 1st, 2016. And lastly, the winner of playoff 2 that involves the club from Japan or Thailand or Myanmar will be placed in E4. The next highest ranked member association, that is Australia, after Korea and Japan in the East. According to the draw principles that was explained to you, the first club from Australia, that is Melbourne Victory, league champion, will be taking position of G1. And the second club from Australia, that is Sydney FC, league runner-up, will be positioned in H2. And then the winner of playoff 3, involving the clubs from Australia, China, India, and Singapore, that will be placed in F4. Next highest ranked member association after Australia, that is China. The first club from China is Guangzhou Evergrande, league champion of China, as well as defending champion of this competition. Guangzhou Evergrande will take the position of H1. And the second club from China is Jiangsu Sainty, the knockout champion, will be taking the place in E2. And then the winner of playoff 4, involving the clubs from China or Thailand or Malaysia, will take the group G and the position number 4. Now, next highest ranked member association, that is Thailand. The club from Thailand is Buriram United, league champion of Thailand. This club will take the position of F3 as explained by draw mechanism video. And the last club of the draw today, that is Bicamex Binjung from Vietnam, league champion of Vietnam League, will be placed in E3. This concludes the draw for the AFC Champions League 2016 group stage. I wish you all the best to the participating clubs. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Shin. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the official draw for AFC Champions League 2016 group stage. The match schedule will be distributed to you very soon, and the kickoff times will be announced in due course. I would also like to draw your attention to the flash interview areas located at the back of the ballroom and encourage the media to conduct interviews as well as photo opportunities in that area. I can see that all participating clubs are now eager for the competition. We would like to take this opportunity to thank Dato' Windsor John, Mr. Simon Thompson, and Mr. Shin Man Gil, as well as everyone who has attended today. On behalf of the AFC, we would all like to wish you a wonderful day as well as all the best on your journey in the AFC Champions League 2016. Thank you very much.